Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday, February 5th, 2018. Very cold today. It's about 20 degrees out today, but it's very sunny. Had pretty clear skies today. We ended up pulling in 2.1 kilowatt hours today on the solar system. So not horrible for February, so we'll take it. So, of course, the big news today, guys, after Friday's loss of 665.75 points, today the market dropped 1,175.28 points, the biggest one-day loss in the history of the stock market. It ends up being 4.61% of the overall stock market. Pretty devastating on top of what happened on Friday. So it's very scary for a lot of people, I'm sure now. And I know the NASDAQ was down 273.42 points, or 3.78%. So what's happening? Why is it happening? Okay, is this the beginning of a major crash? It's a very good possibility at this point. I mean, after Friday, I thought we might see a bounce back today in the markets, but no, we did not. We saw a major sell-off. Ended up being, like I said, the worst day ever, single day points loss in the stock market. Probably not biggest percentage loss, but definitely points wise, it was definitely the biggest one day points loss in the stock market ever. So it's definitely something to think about. Now, could this be a bit of a backlash against Trump? People selling off to make him look bad, being the powers to be, the major players. It's a possibility because he was taking credit for the rise in the stock market. It definitely could be something like that. It also could be that finally the bubble has happened, that we have been so overbought for so long and artificially propped up by the government. They've been buying bonds like crazy for months and months and months, and it very well could be that as well. But like I said, as we know, two things drive the stock market: greed and fear. And if you shorted the stock market, I guess you had a great day. So it's it's not really anything to laugh at, but it's just it is amazing, watching that and watching the carnage, basically, of what's happening in the stock market. Now, it'll be very interesting to see what happens the rest of this week, if the sell-off continues or if there is a bounce back. You're talking, the stock market in 2 days has lost, 1,800 points. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. So it's either going to continue to drop down, or it's going to maybe bounce back a little bit. But I think, like I said, the market has been so overbought and artificially inflated that this was not a matter of if, this was a matter of when. And to see what happens with it will be very interesting, to say the least. It's just time will tell, obviously, and that's what I had said in Friday's video about this. That definitely time will tell. I definitely want your guys' feedback, because I know that there was a lot of talk that Friday was a blip and that it was going to bounce back today and stuff like that. And I'm not a skeptical person. I'm a realist, and I just, like I said, I basically had said, I would rather take my money and invest it in tangible goods, something that I can put my hands on, that I know that I have, instead of putting it on paper, which can disappear in a heartbeat. And I'm sure a lot of people lost a lot of money today. And then other people probably made a lot of money today. I mean, if they shorted the market, they probably had a fantastic day. So you really don't know. I mean, everybody's a little bit different in what they're going to do and stuff like that. So, but definitely something to definitely keep an eye on. We are in a very fragile time period, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things that can happen. And if the stock market ends up collapsing, and I mean a major collapse, it could be very hard for a lot of people for a long time. And the rich are never going to be the ones that really truly suffer from this, because they have so much money. But it's the small guy that's invested his life savings and worked his whole life and worked hard and maybe has $300,000 or $400,000 in the stock market, and you know, if he loses more than half of his value of what he has in there, that's frightening. You know, that you've worked all those years and you've worked hard, and to have it all disappear in a heartbeat, that's a very, very scary thing. So I definitely want your guys' feedback today. What you guys think? Is this going to be a trending much lower? Could we lose 5,000 or 6,000 points more in the stock market? That would not surprise me, to be honest with you. The fast way that it's dropped the last 2 days is definitely shocking. Today was definitely shocking. To lose almost 5% of the value of the stock market in one day, like I said, that's a trip and a half, to be honest with you. And I got to show you, I've got my guys out here, Soxy, and Max is around someplace. I don't know where he went. He was over here a moment ago. But anyway, I definitely want to have your guys' feedback. I want to hear what you guys have to think. Like I said, I've always loved the engagement of the comments, you know, people making good points. And here's the thing is, you're not right, wrong, or indifferent. You know, everybody has their own point of view, and they have their own thought process on it. It doesn't make me right, you wrong, or you right and me wrong. You know, it doesn't really, it doesn't matter. We all have our own thoughts on what's going on and where it's going to lead to. But we are definitely living in very interesting times now, and we are in a very fragile society, and it would not take a whole lot to make the whole system crack and fall apart, to be honest with you, in my opinion. And so I always try to keep an eye on things. I continue to prep, continue to get ready, because we never know what's going to happen, guys. You know, it could be a small adjustment, and then things could zoom higher in the stock market. You don't know. You know, but the thing is, to lose that many points that quickly, it will definitely be something to watch this week to see how the rest of this week plays out. I mean, very, very scary. 1,175 points. That's a major, major drop. And like I said, on top of the 665 on Friday, and even if you go back further than that into the week, I mean, basically the market lost 1,000 points last week. You know, between it lost 663, I believe, on Tuesday, and on Wednesday it dropped like another 140. In there, no, it dropped to 140 first, then to 663, bounced back on Thursday, was up like 140, and then it had the big drop there on Friday. But then now it's definitely a major significant drop off today. So it'll be very interesting to see where this goes and how the rest of the week plays out. And like I said, I want your feedback. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this and what you guys think. And but like I said, we very engaging comments, and I appreciate them. And there's a lot of really insightful people, and everybody has a different thought process. And so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I believe that this is the start of a major correction. Obviously, I mean, I kind of was skeptical Friday, but I said, well, I wanted to see what happened on Monday, and obviously it's a major, major sell-off today. So let me know what your thoughts are. I definitely want your feedback on this topic. Be safe, guys. Be ready. Continue to prep. I mean, that's realistically, that's the best advice I could give anybody. Put stuff, get your food together. Get enough food. Food is going to be key. I'm telling you, I've been saying food, food, food for months. I really, truly have. And I've continued to add to my own preps in that time period. And I will continue to add to my preps, especially my food preps. So anyway, I will let you guys go for now. Hopefully the start of your week is going well, and I hope everybody's doing good. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And so, but, you know, the important thing is it's STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to reach, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. And the only one that's going to stop you from doing that is yourself. Nobody else can do it. Realistically, there's nobody else can do it. If you set your mind to it, you can do it. I had a girl at work last night I was having a conversation with. Really nice young lady. She's 22 years old, and she's a nursing assistant. And she was like, they will pay 75% of your tuition to go back to school. Like, so if she went back and got her 4-year degree, then she has to have a 4-year commitment to them. And I said to her, I said, okay, well, and she goes, I don't know, that's 8 years and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, well, look at it this way. I said, oh, it's Max over there. I heard something. I said to her, I go, well, look at it this way. You're 22 years old, right? And she's like, yeah. I said, they pay 75% of your tuition to go get your RN, your 4-year degree RN. I said, then you have a 4-year commitment to them. I said, what are you making a year now, 25? And she said, less than that. And I said, okay. I said, you come out after 4 years of being an RN, 4 years of school and have your, RN. I said, you're going to be making 50 to 60. I said, 4 years are going to go by in a blink anyway. I said, and so what? You have to do a 4-year commitment. After that, you're going to be 30 years old. I said, you have your whole life in front of you. You don't have to stay with them, but maybe you do. Maybe you go, hey, you know what, I got this much time invested, and I'll go on from there. And it made her think. And that's the biggest thing. You really have to assess your situation, what's your sacrifice going to be, and how long is it going to take to do that. But I think it's a smart move for her to go back to school. I think it's a real smart move for her to go back to school, and she should do it. Nice girl, and I think she would do very, very well. So anyway, on that note, guys, I will talk to you all tomorrow, and have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.